In today's video, we're going to be talking about Halo Studios having generative AI in most aspects of their development in games. Marvel Rivals has a PvE mode coming soon, and a TikToker found a gas station selling out-of-date food. My name is the Technojelly. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe. Let's get right into it. Starting with the fact that Halo Studios insider Rebs Gaming, a reliable source for Halo-related news, says that he had a source that AI has been woven into every aspect of Halo Studios development. According to their insider, generative AI is not just being used for emails or boring tasks. It is being used all the way up and down the active development cycle. Rebs Gaming said that generative AI is apparently woven into every aspect of development, such as enemy AI and terrain generation. His sources told him this is a plausible solution because of Microsoft's huge investment into AI and their commitment to the technology, at least from a pure money spent term. And also considering how they have two Halo games in currently development, it does kind of make sense that AI is going to be used to speed up that process in some ways, especially to help the developers or maybe concept art or something like that. But like, most people are not okay with generative AI being in gaming development, especially the creative aspect. Luckily, later on, it was reported by Jez Corden, a well-known journalist and insider from Windows Central, that the claims that made by this statement and about Halo Studios was false and simply not true. According to him, Halo is not using generative AI in its game, dev, or art assets, etc. for its next game. Microsoft has no mandate on studios to use generative AI for games. I'm sure it is being used for emails, but they're not making a Gen AI game here. And the original poster, Rebs Gaming, tweeted, "Many people are misinterpreting what I reported as is directly confirms AI is being used in all the wrong ways, and Halo is doomed. I did not report that. I have begun reaching out to the sources to figure out specifics about how Halo Studios is using generative AI, and using AI in game development isn't new, but using it in a negative way is also becoming an industry-wide issue. I'll talk about this in my next video," he says. Now, the thing is with all these types of rumors and stuff like that is people kind of just read the headline and moved on. They didn't actually watch this guy's video. And I mean, I watched it. The video was fine, but the thing is that he kind of does say that a little bit, but the thing is that he's not really saying it in a very good way. And also his tweet is also very misleading. He quotes things that are misleading in the tweet itself, which is the problem, I feel like. It's also a really big deal because since the rumors are that the next Halo game is on the horizon, or they're at least going to be announcing it soon because of the Halo Champions that's happening in October 24th. They released the itinerary or the schedule for it, and they have something is listed as Halo Studios Project Update. So like, of course it has to be the next Halo game, and that's happening on the 24th, and then they're doing a deep dive onto it later that same day. So obviously they have something to show, and they're going to be doing something. So a lot of fans of Halo are really on edge. And if all of a sudden it's announced that, or it's revealed that the Halo Studios is using a ton of AI or a bunch of generative AI stuff, considering how Halo Infinite didn't do very well, it kind of makes sense that all the fans are on edge and immediately say, oh, we're all doomed, and like they're immediately going to doomer mode. And the fact that Halo Studios, which is basically just 343 Studios, no one trusts them because they haven't really made a good Halo game ever. Like Halo 4, 5, Halo Infinite, they're fine games, but are they good Halo games? It's hard to say. Basically, most people's favorite Halo games aren't made by 343, and the ones that do enjoy the more modern Halo games, they're not really Halo fans because they just didn't make a good Halo game. They made good or decent video games, but they never made a good Halo game, and they don't really seem to understand that. And at least from what I can tell, because I played Halo 4 and it was an okay game, but like it was definitely my least favorite Halo game by far. And when it comes to Halo, I personally still really enjoy the old school Halo games single player. I played Infinite when it came out, and it really had a big problem of content. There wasn't a lot of it, and there was supposed to be a big 10-year plan or however long they said for content, and it just never really materialized. It was such a bad product in terms of a live service. And with the rumors of the two new games being, one of them being a Halo Combat Evolved remake using the Unreal Engine 5, and the second one being a multiplayer focused title similar to Fortnite from the rumor mill, to be fair. None of this has been confirmed, other than the fact that we do know that Project Foundry, which they announced before, is like a reimagined assets of Halo Combat Evolved in Unreal Engine 5, but there was never really a full remake announced or anything like that. The thing with that is that they've literally already tried this live service multiplayer focused Halo. It was supposed to be Halo Infinite. The reason it was called Infinite, it was because it was supposed to be infinite, and it lasted like maybe a year before they kind of gave up on it, I feel like, or maybe 2 years, maybe 2 to 3 years, maybe. But like when you're playing a live service game and when you're advertising it as a live service game, it needs to be an update relatively frequently. Like I would say at least 2 times a year. And it was like barely once a year, it felt like. And like when they did update it, it was like only one map or something like that. And like you don't necessarily need constant updates for a good Halo game, but when you advertise it as a live service Halo game, there's different expectations. And if they're trying to make it like Fortnite, I honestly think a Halo Battle Royale might be a good idea. It kind of already has all the assets for a good BR game. Like it has a decent amount of health, maybe increase it a little bit, but their weapons, the vehicles, all that kind of already works in a Halo game. And they even like game modes like the big team battle, the maps are already pretty big. So like if you double that size and make it like a 50-player map, you probably have to more than double it, but you know what I mean? I feel like it could work with a Halo game. The main problem is that I feel like BR is kind of like a bad word nowadays, depending on whose fan you're looking for. And if you're talking to a Halo fan, I definitely feel like the term Battle Royale is a bad thing. And the single player game, or the Combat Evolved Unreal Engine 5 with the original Halo engine, I just don't like how everything is being pushed onto Unreal Engine 5. Like, it's not like the old engine looks bad. Like, Halo Infinite looks good. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't know why they need Unreal Engine 5, other than the fact that it'll be easier to fire and hire people if you're working on Unreal Engine 5, because it's much more of a public engine. So you don't need to teach people, you don't need like 8 months for the devs to learn your own original engine. So like that's the doomer in me personally, because the only reason I see to go to Unreal Engine 5 for Halo is that you don't want to permanently hire people, so because you want to go to contract working, so it's easier to hire and fire people because it's a public engine, so you don't need to worry about training them. But that could just be a doomer take from me personally. So I don't know, I'm slightly hopeful, but it's Halo Studios, so like they've kind of burned every chance they've got when it comes to Halo. I really do hope one day Microsoft lets someone else try to make a Halo game. Maybe I think it'd be at least a better idea than Halo Studios or 343 trying, because they can't do it. If they fail after these 2 games, I really truly think they need to try a different studio or different people, because it just really doesn't seem to be working. And I feel like they either need some help, need a change of management, or just something else, because it really doesn't seem to be working. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. If you're going to be playing, would you play a Halo Battle Royale? I personally I'd be down for it, but I don't know if I would trust them in the long term for support, because it's already proven they don't really do that. So that's the really big problem there. Moving on to Marvel Rivals. They now have a hit piece on Overwatch 2 because they've revealed a new mode called Marvel Zombies, and it is literally a PvE mode. This mode is going to allow you to play specific heroes. You can level them up on a wave-based thing for zombies, against zombies, and you can level them up. They have different abilities. You can swap out different abilities. You have traits and stuff like that. You can change your hero with all those different attributes and change how they fundamentally play and how they combine with each other. They also have boss battles, and they have special zombie enemies, like bigger enemies. They have different ones with police outfits. The zombies themselves are completely new models. They're not like a rehashed thing. They're not like just different versions of the heroes. They're just separate models. And it's coming out on October 23rd. Sorry, it's coming out on October 23rd. And it feels like a mode for casual players or people that are sick and want a break from the PvP modes. And this is just a complete 100% flex on on Overwatch and Blizzard, because everyone knows Overwatch 2's big selling point was the PvE mode that they eventually canceled, that they worked on for 3 years and canceled, and no one did anything with it. And it was a huge controversy because the whole reason Overwatch 2 was supposed to be a thing, and the reason they abandoned Overwatch 1 was for this PvE mode. And then they just canceled it, and it never happened, and it never became a thing, and then everyone misses it. And honestly, it kind of sucks for Overwatch, but it's great for anyone who is interested in the Marvel Rivals wanting the new PvE mode, because it seems like the broken promise of Overwatch 2's PvE mode is being served through Marvel Rivals. And honestly, I'm down for it. It looks like a fun mode, and I'll be totally down to play. For me personally, it feels like this is a great opportunity to actually get back into Marvel Rivals, because when it comes to PvP games, I can only take on one PvP game at a time, and right now, unfortunately, I play League of Legends still, so I haven't been really playing Marvel Rivals. So going into a PvE mode for Marvel Rivals, I think would be pretty ideal for me personally. And I still haven't really played Overwatch 2. I played in the very beginning because I was prepping for the PvE mode. I wanted to get back into Overwatch 2 to remember the characters and all that type of stuff, so I could play the PvE mode. And I am still very bitter about them canceling it and not really being forefront of how badly it actually was going, because they always talked about how, oh, it was coming, it's coming, or and stuff like that. And like, no, it was never gonna happen. They basically made Overwatch 2 in a year, and everything else was just broken promises and wasted time and effort and a lot of money, to be fair. And so I'm glad that Marvel Rivals is doing this, because I still want to play a game like that, and I guess Marvel Rivals is now going to be the option for me overall. Even if this is just a temporary mode, like it's for Halloween, obviously, because of the zombies, and then they eventually take it down, I'm still down for a like once a year PvE mode that's different theme and all that type of stuff with different abilities or different heroes. I'm totally down for that. I'd be cool with it. It'd be interesting to see. I'm curious if they're going to keep it or if it's just a limited time offer. I couldn't really tell from my perusing, and I haven't really talked about that, if like how long it's staying or anything like that. So it'll be interesting to see how long it stays. But let me know if you are going to be installing Marvel Rivals to play this PvE mode, or if you're a current player and you're going to try it out instead of the PvP, or if it's a little bit of both. Let me know what you guys are going to do with Marvel Rivals, or if you're just not interested at all. I'd also love to know that about as well. Lastly, a TikToker was left scared when they walked into a gas station to see on the shelves a piece of paper that said out of date but still good. Now, when you're going to the gas station in America, it's not like you're expecting like incredible gourmet style high quality food, but selling food that is literally out of date, I feel like it's going a little too far and what should be acceptable in terms of like what we're allowing. It's also kind of crazy that the staff thought this was okay if this is real. And I think the real problem is that I can't tell right now if this is a prank or if this is fake, or if the person who made this like put it on there for a joke or anything like that, because I guess this is really saying how terrible the expectations are, is that I'm not really sure if this is real or not, because it really does feel like this could actually happen. So it wouldn't surprise me, but it does surprise me that I'm okay with this, or like not okay with it. I'm not okay with it. It surprises me that I didn't think this was fake immediately. I said, oh wow, that sucks, or that's weird. I didn't think, oh, this is a prank. So I guess that says something about the overall quality of gas station food, at least in my opinion of it in America, which to be fair is not very high. And like, to be slightly fair, the majority of the food in a gas station isn't exactly like, it's super shelf stable. Like, things that best before dates on most products are, at least when it especially comes to candy and stuff like that, it's, you can eat it after the best before date, but that's really supposed to be on you when you bought it and you accidentally forget about it for like 6 months or a year or something like that, you know, in your cupboard, and you're like, oh my god, I forgot I had this. I'm sure it'll be still fine type of deal. Not like literally buying it, oh, it's 6 months out of date. Like, you could buy something and like it's on super sale because it's about to expire, but you're going to eat it right away. So, you know, that doesn't matter because it's not going to be after the best before date. But like, this is something completely different other than that. And I feel like it's like, wow, we're at a state where this isn't that surprising to me that something like this is happening in America. And it's sad to me that I didn't think this was a prank at first when I saw this. I thought it was real, and I still don't necessarily know if it's real or not, but hey, it's really weird. Also, through this story, I also found out that it's not technically illegal to sell best before goods. Technically, it's not. It's a gray area apparently, which is weird because you would think selling best before items is illegal, but it's apparently not. It depends on where you are in the US, which I guess just says something about the whole situation. Thank you everyone for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. If you would like to join all of these nice people going across your screen right now, please go over to the Patreon at patreon.com/technojelly and join all these members. You get access to once a month exclusive live streams and some other perks. Please hit that subscribe button if you liked the video. If you disliked it, please hit the dislike button. I completely understand. If you would like to follow me on other platforms, I have a Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads at the Technojelly. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye, everyone.